I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I mean, this news is, what, 8 hours old? And ever since then, everyone and their grandmothers talked about it. And I've said time and time again on this channel in this offseason alone that I did not want Aaron Rodgers here. And we go and get him. I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you possibly want me to say? I have no words for this, man. I cannot believe they did this. I really can't believe it. The Steelers just signed Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. Why? Just why? I mean, you got some fucking nerve to drag this out for 2 months. 2 fucking months. And now you sign him after you get rid of Pickens, when you should have got rid of Pickens on draft day. And I was fine with the Steelers getting rid of Pickens, okay? But in hindsight, getting rid of him on draft day would have been better. And now you bring in Aaron Rodgers when you drafted a quarterback in the draft. Hey, what the fuck goes on in Omar Khan's head? And don't even give me this crap about, well, he's the best option we have. Oh, well, it's similar to what Big Ben did in 2020. No, this isn't even close to Big Ben in 2021, okay? Because let me tell you the difference right there. Big Ben was still owed money in 2020. Big Ben was still owed money in 2021. And no quarterback was going to walk away from that. Aaron Rodgers was a free agent. I was actually, you know how bad this is? I was actually so close to coming on here, making a video, saying stuff about how the Steelers were not going to get Aaron Rodgers, how I've moved on from it, and how I was ready to prepare myself for the Steelers to have a down year and hopefully tank so they can get a younger quarterback. All this did was just show this front office doesn't have a fucking clue about what they're doing with this franchise, and they have now showed for the 4th consecutive season that they were completely unprepared for life without Big Ben. We are entering year 4 in the post-Big Ben era, and you still have fucked up the quarterback room every single year. I gave them a little bit of leeway for 2022 because it was the first year of that. Okay, so I gave them a little bit of leeway for that. But everything after that since then, no, it has been so poorly handled, and I've swept it under the rug. I ain't doing that no more, especially with a guy like Aaron Rodgers. I can't stand this guy. Oh, you're still salty about Super Bowl 45. Oh, you only hate the motherfucker because he beat you in Super Bowl. No, that's not it, okay? Before 2017, I just didn't care about Aaron Rodgers, okay? I mean, don't get it twisted. He's definitely a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. No, don't get that twisted, okay? The guy is 42 years old. 42 years old. His prime is well past him. He hasn't been good in like 3 years. And you go ahead and get him anyway, including 2023, where he missed practically the whole season. This franchise hasn't learned anything from Russell Wilson. Because now they're just doing the same thing as they did last year. Is this going to keep TJ Watt here? If you had Aaron Rodgers here before you got rid of Pickens, was this going to keep George Pickens here? Because you would have had 3 cancers instead of 2. You can talk about DK Metcalf. You can talk about George Pickens. You know, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. But guess what? Rodgers is the biggest one of them all. How many bridges has this guy burned when he was in Green Bay? And even last year when he was on the Jets, he was the sole reason that Robert Saleh got fired mid-season? Why Mike McCarthy fucked off in Green Bay? And now he's going to a franchise who channels drama. They channel bullshit. And to all you Rodgers supporters out there who actually like this move, well, don't come crying and bitching to me when this season is just 2018 all over again. Because I'm telling you right now, if Aaron Rodgers has one bad drive and he gets injured one time this year, I don't care if it's the most minor injury ever. I don't care how unsevere that injury is. He gets injured one time. He fucks up in the clutch one time this season. I will come on here and I will open the fucking floodgate. Not only on him, but on you as well. You've been warned. All the bridges this motherfucker burned in Green Bay last year alone with the Jets, all the drama that he puts in the locker room, he is gonna kill this locker room, man. Oh my God. This is about to be the worst locker room in the history of the NFL. You can bank on that. Oh my God. And like I said, 42 years old. 42. Yeah, because it worked so well with Brett Favre and it worked so well with Peyton Manning when they tried to play into their 40s, right? Yeah, that worked so well. I can't believe they did that. I cannot believe they did that. I really can't. I can't. I got no other words. That's really all I gotta say. I just can't motherfucking believe they did that. I can't believe it. And you know, like 3 years ago, like maybe even 3 years ago, I would have loved this. A decade ago, I absolutely would have loved this. Now, in 2025, when he has had career worsts and his productivity has diminished year after year since 2022, you mean to tell me that I should sit down here and be excited about this? You guys learned absolutely nothing from Russell Wilson and from 2018. Absolutely nothing at all. A guy who hasn't even made the playoffs in 4 years. Yeah, that's right. Rodgers hasn't been in the playoffs in 4 years. That's embarrassing enough. So, yeah, imagine having a less recent playoff appearance than Mike Tomlin. You ought to be embarrassed. Freaking joke. And you know, if you're Omar Khan, okay, if your sole goal this entire offseason all along was to get Aaron Rodgers here, then what the hell did you trade Pickens for? You get rid of one cancer, You get rid of one diva, one freaking prima donna, and you bring in another. What goes on in your head, man? It really is shameful what this franchise has become. It really is shameful. No, I don't expect you to feel bad for me. I don't play the pity card. Okay? So no, I don't expect you to feel bad for me. But geez, Lou, man, like this franchise, it's one thing to mess up one time with the QB room, okay? I get that. But when you do it now year after year, that's ownership, man. That's ownership. That is the front office continuing to screw up. And that's just blatant incompetence with running an with running an organization. You had a fucking terrible draft. I don't care what anybody says. You made very minimal movements in free agency. And now you bring in a washed up has-been who's 42 years old to be your quarterback when you got rid of, okay, whether or not you think that George Pickens is a diva or not, okay, what he did for this offense was good for the offense. You get rid of Pickens, which, like I said, I was okay with. But now you bring in Aaron. Like, who's gonna be who's gonna be our second string receiver now? What are we gonna try and get Randall Cobb out of retirement? We're gonna try and bring in Alan Lazard? Are we gonna go through with the talks with the Dolphins and bring in Jonnu Smith at tight end? Like this franchise is in fuckery mode right now. Good Lord. So yeah, as you can tell, I am not happy with this. Not at all. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm going to be excited for Aaron Rodgers. This right here, this shit right here, this is the least excited I have ever been about the Steelers in my life. I've been a Steeler fan 24 years, okay? This is the least excited I have ever been towards him. I don't care if he's only here for 1 year. I don't care if he's going to be here for the veteran minimum. I don't give a flying fuck. I did not want Rodgers here under any circumstances. And Rodgers, you bitch ass prima donna fuckboy, don't you even dare think about wearing number 12 on this team. Because 12 belongs to Terry Bradshaw, who's a better quarterback than you are, okay? Yes, I said it. The guy won 4 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, a regular season MVP. What do you have in 20 years of being a quarterback? 1 Super Bowl title, 1 Lombardi, and constant playoff chokes. End of debate. Don't you even dare think about wearing number 12, because we know your big ass bruised ego would argue with the franchise about, oh, can I wear number 12? No, bitch, shut the fuck up and go play the game. Fuck you. God, I hate that guy. Egotistical jackass. I can't stand that guy. And on top of that, he's a total dick to his family on top of that. You thought Tom Brady was bad with his family. Aaron Rodgers is worse. His own family don't even talk to him. Because that's how much of an unlikable jackass that he is. What a joke, man. So yeah, this is the least excited I have ever been about the Steelers in my life. Nothing is going to change. It's going to be the same crap once again last year. Rodgers is It would not shock me in the least bit if Rodgers had the absolute worst season of his career. Yeah, even worse than last year. Would not surprise me in the least bit. He's probably going to, too, with this offense. You know, it's funny. I probably can't even compare this team to 2018. Because at least 2018, the Steelers had a great offense. This offense fucking sucks. And you think Rodgers is just going to jump back into a time machine and go back to 2014 for him and turn in an MVP season? Get real. You know, I was actually considering going to a Steeler game this year. I really was. With all the stuff that I have going in my personal life, okay? With this stuff right here, with this right here, man, I ain't going to a game. I ain't wasting my hard-earned money going to a game, freezing my ass off in the process to watch that shit on the field. I ain't doing that. I'm already paying enough money for a wedding and a honeymoon. So no, I ain't wasting my hard-earned dough on that. Next time I'm going to a game, Aaron Rodgers is not going to be here. Because this franchise does not give a shred of a shit about winning. They have no clue how to build up a culture. They have no clue how to reestablish the culture that they once had. They have no idea how to be competitive. I mean, these people really sit down here and they're trying to flex the fact that Rodgers is a better option than Mason Rudolph or Skylar Thompson or rookie Will Howard. That ain't a flex. Rodgers is not that much better at this point of his career. That's what you dumbasses don't understand. Like, do you seriously think that we are a 42-year-old Aaron Rodgers away from a deep playoff run? Shit, this team isn't even good enough to compete in a playoff game. What makes you think that they're going to win one, let alone the goddamn Super Bowl? I've run out of expletives, man. Fuck this garbage, man. Just wow. Just fucking wow. That's it. I'm done.